What's up, everybody? I see you got this notification. This Hangout is on air. Is live. Hangouts on air is going away August 1st. Quick streaming. Try youtube.com/webcam. Try that next go round. I don't know. I'm just on here to shoot the shit a little bit tonight. Tell you what, I'm more and more checking into Facebook for taking post new designs and stuff like that. And check pictures and stuff that families posted with kids, and it's like, man. Because if not, everything else is just so damn political these days. Like, for real, it seems like everything is political. Pain in the ass, really. And the thing about it is, you can go into any of these live streams, or not live streams, any of these videos and articles in the comment sections, and everybody's just fighting with one another. It's like, man, shut the fuck up. They all fucking everybody over anyways. That's all they're doing. They're screwing everybody over. They ain't got no care for them, no care for none of the citizens that took and voted them in. I don't care if it's Republican, Democrat, whatever you want to say. It's what's up, Blake? What's up, Jason? Hope y'all both doing good tonight. Y'all give me a little bit. I'll take and open this up to the live panel, and I'll let y'all join. I'm just shooting shit right now, though. And then you take and go back the way they originally started doing politics in this country, and whenever people ran in this country for an office, there was more than two parties that took and ran, and they went the whole way, all the way to the end. Every candidate that was in it. The person that got the most votes was president. So, well, not the most votes, but the person who won the most electoral votes, president. Second place, vice president. So you'd have people from opposite sides taking and serving at the highest level. You'd have Whig president. You'd have whatever the other party would be on the other side for a damn vice president, and they'd have to take and support each other. And it should be like that now, but we've gotten away from that. Everything has gotten so corporate. After World War I and World War II, actually after the Civil War, once they took and made the South go through the basically Reconstruction era and everything like that. And once you hit the Spanish War and leading up to the Civil War, they just they started changing the way everything was done, and they should have never done it. I understand the reasons for taking and doing the Reconstruction and everything like that. And no matter your thoughts on that, it's not a subject I'm going to get into tonight. It's crazy because you couldn't see these days a Republican being president and a Democrat being vice president, or vice versa. It just wouldn't work because they'd be at each other's throat and be sitting there trying to take and undermine the next person, trying to undermine the other person at every go round that they had. That's the way it would be these days. It's all about their own personal political aspirations and the people that give them the money to take them back and to get the positions they're in now. That way they can grease their pockets a little bit and take and put them in cabinet positions and things of that nature. Subscribe Daily G's. How's it going? Hope everything's good with you today. And Blake, I made you a moderator, man. You're a friend of the channel, so if you take a look at politics these days, and it's one thing to take and have the politicians bickering and arguing amongst each other, but it's gotten so bad, and it's in part to blame because of CNN, Fox, MSNBC. The citizens are at each other's throats too, and there's no cause for it. There's no cause for it whatsoever. We're all Americans, bottom line. So we might disagree with each other on certain aspects, but we all in the struggle together. It's as simple as that. We're all in the struggle together. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate that. Always known that, though. Flacco, what is up, buddy? I don't know if you want to. I have no clue who Dan Bazoo. Yeah, I have no clue that is. Nah, they're not going to take and do martial law for taking in charge in Area 51. They got over 1 million people signed up for that junk. Ain't going to be half the people even taking show up for that shit. A lot of it's all talk. What's up, drunken one? I was going to take and send y'all a link here after about 15, 20 minutes of me just taking and shooting the shit by my damn self. Taking off the top of my head. But if you want to talk politics, Ronnie, I'll take and invite you in. We can talk politics. Um, I figured I'd wait till after talking the politics to invite Drunk and one of the rest of them on, just because I know Drunk one don't. Y'all don't blame them. I don't have care taking talking about politics. I'm not for none of them, to be honest with you. Um, Trump's done some good stuff, and he's done some stuff I don't fucking agree with. It's just like every other one that's been in office before him. They've done shit I agree with, and they've done shit I don't agree with. They all do something to fuck us over. Every one of them. I don't care what party they are. Every one of them take and do something to screw the American citizens over. Simple as that. As it stands right now, we need to take and do like Iceland and take and just go up there in mass and take and uh, kick them out. I'd go ahead and delete that if I was you. Go ahead and put this on. Oh damn! I ain't realized I ain't even have my microphone on here. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And the thing about it is yeah, he does bad. I mean, why is this all going blurry all of a sudden? Stop that. I don't know. Got blurry all of a sudden. There we go. I agree. I mean, he's got some big cojones, but he takes and falls for all their bullshit. Thing about it, and the other thing about it is he come in talking about we're gonna drain the swamp, and he puts everybody from the swamp around him. It's like, what are you doing? You're not doing anything that you said you were going to take and do as far as that's concerned. You're just repeating the cycle over and over and over. Because all these people are do what, Jason? How's your day job yesterday? I don't know. How is your day job yesterday? You can spit that nasty shit out. He surrounded himself with people that. Oh shit. Shit. Sent. There we go. Let's try this, Ronnie. There you go. Send. Let me know if you get that one, buddy. 'Cause yeah, he all he did was take and surround himself with people that are still. They're all part of the Washington elites. They've all been around politics their whole lives, and he's got some policies I agree with. Whether people want to agree with it or not, if, whether people want to agree with it or not, we need to have some kind of border security more than what we have. And I'm not talking about the ports of security because there's a lot of people that come through the port of entry. There's whole lot of people that are coming through the spots where there's not a port of entry. So
What's up? What's up, Alan?
not a whole lot, man. What's going on? I figured I'd get on here and talk about Trump and a whole bunch of other
You want to
political
talk about
bullshit.
Trump, man? You want to talk about Trump? We'll talk about some other shit, man. We'll talk about related stuff. It's all good, man. I got something to say.
So how you been doing? Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's not about me. Let's keep it on topic. It's not about
yeah.
me.
I was just everybody. There's so many people for Trump, and on it, the man got elected on water cooler talk. That's what
You
he
know what
got
it
elected
is?
on.
Trump, when he was running for president, he was against all the wars. He was in South Carolina, a heavily military state. That's where you're from, right?
That's where
And
I'm
and he
living
was
at. Yeah,
there, and he made a speech saying that the Iraq War was a joke, and he actually got cheers from the crowd.
yeah. Well, see,
And then
but
he goes on to be president, and he's doing cockamamie shit, man, against what he was saying.
yeah. And that's one of the reasons why whenever I got asked, "Are you for Trump?" I'm not so much for him. I'm not against him. He's a president. Like I don't want to be against any of the presidents. I want them to do well because they do well. The country does well. At the same point in time, you take and go run on stuff like that because you're right. I mean, he still hasn't drawn down. He hasn't drawn all the troops back over here from Afghanistan yet.
And he's not
He's
gonna
drawn
do
them
it.
down to like
He's
less
not
than
gonna do it too.
15,000. But
He gave up on that. He campaigned on bringing them back from Afghanistan, and he's not gonna do it. That's not even important in his agenda.
no,
So we're gonna be in Afghanistan no matter how long this dude is president, which is like 20 plus years, dude, in the same war. And why, man? And why? And how come nobody realizes this? This is longer than Vietnam. Way longer. It's double it plus. And
yeah,
nobody's saying shit about it.
it's
Why are we
because
still in
everybody
this
moves
fucking
on.
war?
It's because everybody moves on to a different subject the minute the news cycle wants to take and change speed. And the thing about it is that us having troops over there in Afghanistan, and there's still a small contingent over there in Iraq too. The reason why it's not important because it doesn't take and bring the views. Simple as that. No matter what he campaigned on.
So
And it's sad because they need to
there's a
take and
large
bring him
amount of
home.
people who will say you got to bring back the draft. You bring back the draft, and the Americans will realize, what this means to Americans because they'll be hit by it directly. So if you're getting taken out of your regular life, thrown in the army, then you might think like, wow, maybe I should pay attention to politics. Maybe I should realize what's happening with my country. But at the same time, Alan, is that the right way to go about it? Should we bring back the draft?
No.
I say no.
No, I think the only reason why we'd need to bring back the draft is if we were to take and get attacked directly. That could be the only thing I could think of to make it where we would actually need some kind of draft.
They want it because bring people into realize what's going on. But you know what, man, that's not the way to do it. That's not right. This is America supposed to be the land of the free, man.
We haven't been free since fucking FDR.
So no, I would say Woodrow Wilson, dude. I would say Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah. But Woodrow Wilson took into the problem is Woodrow Wilson.
I mean, we should have never joined World War One, dude.
No, we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have been in World War One. That's whenever we started becoming the world. Started taking and we got this much power. We're going to take and be this or that. And then it kind of went down after that a little bit. And once Pearl Harbor got hit, that's whenever we really the world started looking to us for everything.
There's a very interesting book out. I was just reading an article about saying how FDR goaded Japan into attacking Pearl Harbor.
1 second. What'd you say, Zoe? We'll go sit on the other side of the room. It's a moth. It was flying over here earlier.
It was not a moth. It didn't even
Bug,
give me one.
Man.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's a bug. Let me see what she's trying to take and have a heart attack over here. Where is it?
It was up there. Now it's
yeah, over here.
What is that?
It's one of the same. It's one of the dirt hoppers.
Yo, if you don't subscribe to Alan's Beers and Games,
Blood nest
you better start, guys, because this guy is smart
That's all it is. A dirt dauber. They ain't gonna hurt you.
And a very good guy, man. Humble guy, very smart guy. Subscribe to his channel.
Had a dirt dauber get into the house.
I was just telling the viewers how much of a great guy you are, man.
Much appreciated, sir.
I said Alan's beer and games, no joke, dude. He gets serious. I mean, you know, I'm not much with the games, bro. But you want to talk about beer? You want to talk about politics? I'll jump on and I'll give you my not that I'm any. I'm not that I'm anybody who cares about who anybody that thinks that is important. I'm just coming around and just saying my point of view, man. That's all.
Always glad to hear your point of view, man.
I appreciate the open forum, Alan.
It's the thing about it is, you know, it's one of those things. I think politics has kind of become oversaturated in everything. I mean, it's one of the reasons why. I mean, I try as much as possible not to get drawn into reading any articles, especially the comment sections on Facebook, because there's just like all it is people eating each other. Well, for the simple fact that they disagree with the other party, and it's like
a Facebook account, but I don't read it. I don't regularly check it or anything like that. I'll post photos here and there, but I mostly post them in like alcohol related group that I'm involved in.
I got
beer alcohol group, and then that's about it, man. Like I don't like to take part really in Facebook that often. I don't find Facebook to be constructive
for the most part, it's not. If it wasn't for the fact of having a bunch of family out of state, I wouldn't have it probably.
Which is why I have it, but I feel like whatever I have to say to my family, you know, politically wise, it's not gonna fly over well, dude. You know, we don't really even agree at all.
Well,
and I can talk to them in private, so I don't need Facebook.
Yeah. It's like I was talking about, you know, it's funny because we're in a country where back when we first started as a country, we had, it's like I was saying, we had the person that won, you know, what was first was the president. The runner-up wound up being the vice president. And a lot of times, a lot of the cabinet was actually picked from, you know, other runner-ups, and then also people around.
Alan, we celebrate July 4th as the insurrection of the English colonies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were saying that they were being overtaxed. You know, you always learn it in school. Representation without
taxation without representation.
Without the representation.
That's exactly what we've got going on now.
And what do you think we're being taxed at right now? What do you mean? You think we have representation and we're being taxed to the hilt? I mean, come on, man. It's the same exact thing.
We're electing the.
We're not electing anybody, dude.
No,
we're being given.
We're given two options to take and vote from, and the person we vote for is given to us by corporate sponsors and you know, 1% backers.
Exactly, you're right, man.
And that's, you know, and that's part of the issue, because.
And so you talk about taxation with no representation, dude. I mean, we should be in a revolution right now if we're gonna follow in what our founders did. We should have been in a revolution 100 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So we're not following in the real American ideals. Actually, we're not even doing it.
No, I mean, you take a look at the original American ideals, and we're nowhere close to that no more in this country. I mean, even the basic American citizen.
We're just falling prey.
Even the basic American citizen has no problem taking and giving up their rights for a sense of security. And Benjamin Franklin said, "If you prefer freedom over your or safety over your freedom, you deserve neither." And he's completely correct, because. And the thing that gets me is people don't see exactly how much our rights have been, everybody, we love Bush. Bush was a motherfucker. Are you stupid?
You know what?
The Patriot Act.
Song, dude. You can always say, "I'm proud to be an American." You know, and you can wave that little flag, man, and you can think that you're somebody, dude. But you know, all you are is a bully. All you are is a fucking bully, man. You know, fuck.
You want to hear my take on politics? I live a job of politics. My job is nothing but politics. No one wants us, but everybody needs us.
Hey,
They always want to regulate
Who is
us.
this talking right here?
As Jason, he's a truck driver, and he knows a little bit about the politics because every state he goes to has.
You work for the government?
No. He works for a motor vehicle.
We all work for the government.
Yeah. We're all government employees, whether we want to be or not.
Do you work for the government?
Now, the government taxes us differently than the common employee. Put it that way. Every state needs what we have. The government needs what we have.
Oh, you're breaking up.
Regulate us and put a bunch of penalties. They overregulate us and put a bunch of penalties on us so they can line their own pockets, but then they still want their shit when we deliver it to the store. Don't want us.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the whole goal of politics these days is line your pockets any way you can get them. And the trucking industry is a great example of it because you take a look and you can go state by state by state, and every one of them have something different that they're going to take. And number one, either ticket you for. Number two, they're either you've either got to take these certain roads, or if not, you take and get fined for it. You've got different fucking tolls. Y'all got certain places y'all got to take and watch out for that you can actually park to sleep in, because if you try sleeping in, you get caught in a parking lot somewhere that's not, that doesn't have a designation as, hey, you're allowed to take and be here. Y'all can get fined for that kind of shit too, and every bit of that shit goes back to the fucking government.
All right, Alan, I was driving down.
Even tickets are more expensive for me than they are you.
I was driving down the I-95 on my way to Florida, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the way, they had a lot of, rest stops. They were all along the way. They had gas stops and they had rest stops. That's all I saw. That's all I can fucking see, As driving along, as my eyes were going down, man, I kept seeing the same shit all the time. And then I pulled into, one of them here and there. And what do you see, man? All you do is you pull into the rest stop, and all you got is a place to go take a piss and grab $2 and you get a Coke or whatever. There's no real food or anything. But what they let you do is you pull in there, you park your car, and you can sleep there. You can actually go to sleep.
Well, see,
different states are different. Other states have them, but they close them because they don't want to pay for them, because it takes away from money out of their pocket. But they want to
I don't know, man. I think I saw it in every single state.
See, the problem is they have them, but the problems truckers are having, even especially at rest stops, and it's like this, like even at pilot stations and stuff like that, is depending on when they're able to stop. And a lot of times, a lot of them take and stop at nighttime and stuff like that. Those rest areas are full. They got trucks lined up, and all of the big
ones
truck
that I
parking
went
is
to,
taken.
Alan, the ones I went to, they had two different ones. And on the sign it said trucks with like 18 wheels, you go this way. All the other vehicles, you go this way.
But yeah, I mean,
they're all like that.
Yeah. No, they're all like that. They've got a spot for like regular vehicles, and they got the spot for the big truck parking lot. But like him, or like the big rig, a lot of times those parking lots are filled up by the time they're able to take and pull in, and they're not able to take and they have to take and pull in, park for half a second because on the side somewhere that's not a parking spot. Hope somebody from one of the government agencies doesn't see it. Go in, do the business, go back out the truck, and get back on the road.
Is it wrong to sleep there? Is that not allowed?
It is.
It's allowed, but
10 hours.
It's allowed, but how often do you take and go to those things and they're filled up and you have to find somewhere else to go park at? So that's what I'm getting at.
No, all I'm saying is that when I was coming down, they
can sleep in them
once. I use them just one night. That's all I use them for.
Yeah, no,
I use them nightly.
Now you can sleep in them. It's just a matter of whether or not they're full.
Now here's corporate America versus the government. I won't get too far into it. Due to the government changing commercial vehicles' hours of service, force us to stop at certain times, which automatically fills up the truck stops and fills up the rest areas. Corporate America now makes all their truck stops paid parking to try and get even more money out of us. So we have to pay to park, and if we don't pay to park, we get a ticket for parking.
I've seen videos of truckers getting their stuff, like their windshields booted and having to take and pay fines and shit like that before they can pull out the parking lot.
California right now, they will have cops, and their sole job is just to hang out in the truck stop.
It doesn't matter where the fuck you are,
And
who you are. You know, it's all up to the policeman that's inspecting you. You know, if he wants to be a dick,
California, I refuse to go there. They sit in the truck stops, and it'll be 110 degrees outside. But if your truck idles for more than 10 minutes because you can't afford an APU because you don't make that much money anymore, they write you a $500 ticket. And they will sit there and wait and time each truck that pulls in. And that's all they do. They're pretty much turned into a bunch of gang members that hide behind a badge and demand respect.
There you go, man. There you go.
And see, that's kind of like anything that you take and do these days. I mean, any industry that you're in, anything that the government can put its hand into, it puts its hand into it, and that's part of the bigger problem.
Accountants are bullied around. They're bullied, man.
I don't respect unless they earn it. I don't care whether they have a badge, whether they have a uniform, what the fuck they're wearing. If you come at me being an asshole because you think you demand respect, fuck you. That's all I say. I'm not going to give it to you just because you think you need it. You gotta earn it.
Well, you know what, man? You should give somebody respect no matter what. It doesn't matter if they have a badge or if they.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm going to be disrespectful, but I'm not going to kiss their ass either because I think
don't kiss anybody's ass, man. Never kiss anybody's ass. And just just put your hands up. Put your hands up in the sky, dude, and say, listen, man, you better not really fuck with me because I'm not fucking with you. And then
first words out of my mouth, I have cameras in my truck. I put cameras, my own cameras, audio and video. First words out of my mouth, before you start talking, your audio and video recorded. Their words will so mine. My words are mine. Don't get edited out.
You know what, too, man? Cops, like, they're assholes and they're trained to be assholes. But if you let them know off the top that you're not gonna fuck with them, they'll be nice guys to you also. You know, they're not always looking for trouble.
And see, and see, part of that also is you do have the cops, and no matter how polite you try to be, they've got the badge and they got the big head. Most of them aren't like that. The problem is the few.
Some of them are though, man. Some of them are.
Oh yeah,
you can give them a little bit of a you know, I don't know, the devil's advocate or whatever it is, but they're not always assholes. They're not always assholes.
Oh no, they're not always like that, and not all of them are assholes. 99% of them are folks that they're just doing their job. They want to take and go home safe to their family, and they deal with all kind of crazy shit. You don't know what they've went through before they get to you.
That's true, man. It's definitely true. The cops go through a lot of shit that we don't see. You know,
statistics from 2017. 2 out of 10 cops are good cops. 8 out of 10 from the 2017.
Yeah, but where that statistical breakdown come from though? Because if that were the case, we'd have a whole lot more harassment cases. We'd have a whole lot more wrongful death.
What I mean by
you mean not like on the
the wrongful death cases increased, but they get let off because they wear a badge. They get a first thing they do when they get into a shooting, right or wrong, doesn't matter. They get a week off paid, or however long it takes for the case. They continue to get paid. They've gone on vacations. They had videos of cops go on a cruise while they're investigating whether he just shot an unarmed man. Oh. There's a video online right now of a guy laying on the ground with his arms in the air, and the cop shoots him anyway.
Dude, there are 300. You got to take something into consideration. There are 360 million citizens in the United States of America. There are 1 to every 80 person cop-wise. That's it.
Yeah.
They are completely underpaid for what the fuck they do.
No, hell no, man. Fuck that, dude.
$70,000 a year is underpaid.
No,
That
is
depends
That's
on
the,
where
that's
they're
the
at.
national
isn't
That,
average.
true.
no, see,
It depends.
but you got to take a look at the national average, though.
Wait, man. It depends where you live, dude. If you live in Nassau or Suffolk County, New York, you are getting paid top prime premium beautiful wage as a cop. And that's the problem that presents itself in New York State because whatever people think, you're getting paid more than the New York City police are getting paid. Okay?
Well, you can't really go to New York State because New York State has the highest taxes in the country.
But you've also
but it's real, man. It's a real thing, though.
but y'all have also got to take a look at the fact that the median average also includes places like New York, California, Ohio, Chicago. 70,000 might be the
Yo, if you want to
median
be a
nationally.
cop, the best place to be a cop, if you want to, getting paid, Nassau or Suffolk County, New York.
No, other states are better than others. Like California and Illinois are two of the worst states for cops.
But
They have some of the worst training.
How much?
No, not in paying, just in training or not knowing laws. Basically, bad cops. I know this from personal experience on top of proof online, but just like with me, I deal with more cops than the average person because I drive a truck. We have a lot of cops. They've never even stepped foot. The only thing they know is what they see from standing on the ground inside of a truck. But they'll come up and try and tell us how to do our job.
They should, man.
Just to be an asshole.
No, that's.
And they don't know.
They have their rights. You have your rights, dude.
Well,
this is how it is, man.
It's like it is what it is, but unfortunately, the police themselves have made it a them and us situation. But they're wrong, but they're bad. The police brought that up in general. Made it a them and us. And it all started with the Alan, help me out here. What was that guy's name? Got beaten in California? Rodney King.
Rodney King.
Yeah, Rodney King. All started there and it got worse.
But see,
now it doesn't matter, black, white, Mexican.
But Rodney King was done. He was beat. He had the shit beat out of him by a nationally known corrupt fucking police force. Like they almost completely shuttered the fucking. They just about got rid of everybody and got whole new fucking recruits in there. They've had to do that 3 or 4 times since the Rodney King beating. That's more of the area they're in.
They did because every single police force in America, man. It doesn't matter if you're in LA, dude. You don't think the police forces in Long Island, New York, were fucking racist, dude? Up until what, man? Right now, of course they are. Everybody is. It's not a new thing. It's not an ongoing thing.
I mean, as long as
it's a real fucking thing.
Well, as long as humans exist, there's going to be racism. I don't give a fuck what race people are,
or
what position you hold. That your job's not going to make you any less racist.
You're not going to solve it.
No, you're not. You're not going to solve
by
that.
having mandatory housing or mandatory busing or some. This fucking shit, man. It's not going to happen, man. It's not.
Everybody, I think, is racist in some way or another. You can't say, "Oh, I'm not racist." I think every person can be racist in some way or another.
Everybody has their own right, bro. To be
everybody
racist.
has
to, bro. There's nothing wrong with that, man. It's your own personal thing. It's like saying I like white girls or I like black girls.
I love you getting me a black girl. I never had one.
Whatever your preference is, man. And all this stuff has been put onto race. All these years, Who the fuck cares?
I think race has become a scapegoat for the national media.
Who cares?
I think the word race becoming a scapegoat for the national media to get more viewers and up the thing. They'll say, "Oh, it possibly is a race thing," but it had nothing to do with race. But they're going to say it.
The minute you take race,
where they can say what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. That's when you run into problems. That's when you run into problems, man. And so, Alan has CNN right now. He has it on in the background, I know you do. I see
Have,
it. I see it. I see it.
have what on in the background?
And he doesn't want to say it, but I
Have,
know you do, man. I know
have
you
what on
do.
in the background?
You have CNN on the in the on the background, bro.
Well, I taken.
And I see you going back and forth with Fox News. I see you, man. I see you.
Well,
You
you
can't
gotta
hide
take.
from
Well, you
me.
gotta take and get both sides of an issue, and then
I
we through
know,
the
I know,
bullshit
I
from
know.
both sides to
But
take
the
and
thing
figure
is, on
that.
this issue, both sides are bullshit, and we all know that. We all know that. We all
Hey,
know that.
Alan. I'm in. I'm actually. I'm.
Bro,
I
you sound like you're
it's
playing a
not
G.
so.
I mean, so if you're gonna be a
I will
robot,
get back
the
on in a
thing
little
is,
bit. I gotta
the
get
thing
off
is,
here
if you,
and say hello.
all right,
Okay.
I don't know. He's killing my ears, man. But if you're gonna be a robot or whatever, that's fine, man. Because if we can't hear you, we can't hear you. We'll talk. We'll talk to you another day, right? It's fine. It's fine. But the real issue at hand here is what is it, Alan? What is it?
The real issue at hand is the fact that we're letting the government take and hire a fucking police force for us.
Right, right. And
That's
into where the United States Patriots in 1776, they were fighting against occupation of a military in their homes,
mm-hmm.
and that's what the British were doing. They were going into their homes and they were just saying, "I can stay here. I can do whatever I want.
They were also shutting.
I can even have sex with your teenager if I want to."
Yeah,
You know, it
they
didn't
were
matter.
shutting
It
down.
didn't
They were
matter.
shutting down the press
They were
that were
doing
against
whatever
the
the fuck they
crown.
wanted to do.
Yeah, they were shutting down presses that were against the crown. They were
Right?
taking and jailing people without taking and giving them any kind of trial or any kind of due process beforehand. They would take and hold them for months before they even got to see anybody. If they did, um, they could be charged with treason against the crown and hanged without any kind of trial. That's one of the reasons why the Bill of Rights was given to the.
Well, the Bill of Rights wasn't the rights. It was a bill of negativities, right?
It's a bill of what the fuck the government's not
It's
supposed
a
to
bill of what the
do.
government is not allowed to do.
Exactly.
Exactly. And the government is not allowed to do a lot of things. It's not allowed to do a lot of things, and that's why the Constitution, man, is one of the best documents ever signed in the history of the world.
Oh, I completely agree. Because it takes and gives the citizens rights. It takes and lays out what the citizens' rights are before it takes.
I mean, forget the Magna Carta. They didn't do shit.
No.
Forget. What else are we gonna talk about? What else are we gonna talk about? Who's just jumping out? Is it only me and you, dude?
Yeah. Hell, I was going to invite the other fellas in, but fuck it, we talking politics. I know all of them don't like talking politics all the time. So I mean,
All
but,
right. If they want to be clowns,
right?
they could be clowns, right? Right, Alan?
I don't know if I'd call them clowns. I can understand.
If you're gonna be just taking advantage of by by your own society, bro, because you can't trust anybody anymore, right? So they think everything is a funny joke, right? And it's really not. It's really not. It's not a fucking funny joke. It's real shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
they
think, oh, it's okay because I go online and I do these little peer reviews and stuff like that, and I think it's okay. And they just live, outside the world, dude, of what's going on.
So I think part of it also is the fact they use like YouTube and the Hangouts and stuff like that as an escape. Because I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit who you are and where you go these days. You're gonna hear something somewhere about fucking politics. Even listen to your local fucking radio station, trying to hear your fucking music during the day.
But you know what?
You're gonna take and hear the
There's a
fucking
lot of
news
people
stories.
who don't listen to that stuff.
They tune it.
People who don't listen to that.
They tune it out. A lot of folks don't know a whole lot about it. They'd rather not know a whole lot about it. I'm not going to fault people for that, but I also, that's one of the reasons why I took and did this live stream, to where I figured the first 15, 20 minutes I'd talk politics. But, I think for me personally, I've had to take and back off just because I got so deep into it. Really, unless something happens, nothing's going to take and change in this country in the next 10, 15, 20 years. I mean, unless something like really happens, we have an actual civil war again. And people are like, oh, that'll, that we couldn't have another civil war. Too many people, dude, we're already in an ideological civil war. If you take a look at the way the news is playing us against ourselves, you take a look at the way citizens are reacting to each other. That's already fucking going on. And it's conservatives and even moderates against the fucking progressives and the fucking far left. And the fucking crazy, insane notions they have in their fucking head. Everybody's so big on fucking socialism. Show me one fucking place where it's worked perfectly like it's fucking supposed to. And people will take and go like, oh, the Netherlands, or oh, fucking Eastern Europe, oh, the UK. All these fucking places that you're going to name off to me, every fucking one of them have had to take and redo their fucking form of economy multiple fucking times to become a democratic social democratic. Democratically social or socialist democrat or whatever the fuck they call that shit over there. Every one of them have had to take and redo their fucking healthcare system because it's such a fucking drag on the economy. Every one of them have had to take and redo so much shit. And you take and look over there in places like Germany where they took and had basically Merkel going, oh yeah, send us all the people that you want to from over there in Syria. The fucking problems are happening over there now. It's not even.
Okay. So, let's focus on that for a second, Alan. What Merkel is saying. Okay, what is she saying to bring them all in?
Yeah, she was.
All right, so the thing here is, dude, these people, where do you think they're coming from? They're coming from the U.S. imposed bullshit wars of the last 21st century. Okay, that's why there is a refugee crisis, because what the fuck is Iraq war, man? That happened in 2000.
I'm not talking about the people bullshit, I'm talking about the ones coming from. I'm talking about the males, and there's mostly males coming from Syria.
Wait. They come from Syria, but where do you think the dudes coming from Syria came from? They came from Iraq. Okay. So I know me and you pretty much agree on a lot of ideological views, but don't blame it on Europe, dude, because we fucked them up with the stupid ass wars that we imposed on the Middle East. Those refugees, man, that we imposed those wars on, they went into Africa and the Middle East, and they're trying to get into Italy and into Germany. It's our fault, man. It's our fucking fault. We did it.
The issue is, and I have no problem. And see, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you say about a lot of the problems, as far as especially women and children, refugees that have fled to the European nations. I completely agree with that. But most of these men, most of the refugees, it's 4-to-1 men to women that are military age, that are in places like Germany, that will take and go into train depots 40 fucking deep and rape a woman. The rape rates in Germany rose almost 60% after they allowed the open borders, and a lot of it started, and a lot of it was from the immigrants.
The whole thing started from Iraq War 2, man. The whole thing started from Iraq War 2. 2003, you want to blame Al Qaeda on Iraq? You have these fake weapons of mass destruction. Saddam was talking to Al Qaeda. All this fabricated nonsense. That's where it all came from, man. It all came from there. You can't say it didn't. The U.S. wanted to go jump into Iraq, and they fucked up the whole Middle East, dude.
Well, see, and the whole Syria thing
up, man.
The whole Syria thing is from Obama taking and running the guns through fucking Libya to Syria to the fucking rebels that turned out to be fucking
but it only went from Bush into Obama. I mean,
and that's the other thing.
They were both doing the same thing.
And that's the other thing that gets me, because people are like, yeah, Obama didn't start any wars. I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
No, he did. He did, man. He did.
I'm
Obama was big on drones. He loved the drones.
Yeah, he took and drone the shit out of everybody. Not only that, he went
into Libya, dude. He destroyed Libya. He destroyed Libya.
Yeah, he did. He took and bombed the shit out of fucking Libya
He
to kill
took what
to get,
Bush did to Iraq, and he said we're going to do the same thing to Libya. But nobody says that Obama did that. Nobody remembers it.
no, and then and the
Right,
thing
right.
about it, the thing that's different is we stepped back and didn't send any fucking troops in. We let the people take Gaddafi out. The problem with that is the fucking militants all took and rushed to fuck him to take and fill that power vacuum.
Right, right.
You know,
Exactly.
and that's what led to the whole thing with Benghazi and shit.
Oh, but let the United States go into Iraq, and they can die, man. Any American young man or woman can die. It's okay, but it's worth it. You're defending American liberties, and
Defending American geopolitics.
I don't know what you're defending, dude. I don't know when you go up to somebody in uniform, right, and you say thank you for your service, dude. Well, you should be really saying thank you for your service to the empire, because that's what the service is for. It's for the empire, right? That's what it's for. So let's just be honest now. Let's not glorify all these people. Let's not go out to baseball games and say we have Veterans Day and blah blah. Let's cut it out and stop it. Stop it at the hilt.
See, the thing is, since Korea, you're correct. Since Korea, that's all we've been is fucking. The thing that gets me is all these people talking about, oh, we don't want Russians taking and we don't want Russians taking and meddling in our elections. I'm like,
no, fuck,
dude, are you fucking stupid? How many other fucking countries have we took and messed with? We messed with Russian elections back in the Soviet Union.
In the whole entire world.
I'm like,
that's what we do. What do you think the CIA is?
Exactly. We've created so much instability in so many fucking places across the world. If I thank a soldier, it's not for him being over there in Iraq. It's the fact that, regardless of anything, he could have took and went and did anything, but he decided, and just in case we got attacked, he'd be fucking called back. There was somebody at least in uniform that if something happened, could take and defend us. I say that knowing that there's 30 million fucking gun owners in this country, so we'd have the largest fucking standing army in the fucking world.
I'm not saying anything against those guys, bro. I'm saying is
I get what you're saying.
It's bullshit the way that they're treated. I'm saying it's bullshit the way that they get sent to Iraq and to Afghanistan 2 and 3 times.
Bro, we need to take and cut our defense by like 40%.
Is that true or is that not?
Oh no, you're right.
And then they come back and you're not going to tell me they're not fucked up in the head, because they are fucked up in the head, right? They are.
They come back with PTSD and then the fucking
those are the guys who don't get taken care of, man.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a whole different fucking can of worms.
Shit, man. It's totally true. And it's true down there where you are, bro. In South Carolina, it's true the same shit in New York City, man. And where I'm right now in Florida, I know it's the same fucking shit too, man. You cannot say this shit is not fucking true, dude. It's true as fuck. It's true as fuck. This is real shit that we're talking about.
Yeah,
people try to push it under the rug and say it's okay, man. Let's just be Americans and we're at least we know we're free. Fuck you, man. It's not true. It's not fucking true what you're saying, man.
We're not China, but we aren't.
Any of the dudes coming back from Iraq, anybody coming from Afghanistan, and say that if they think that they're free and all this fucking shit, man, it's all fucking nonsense. And it's nonsense, man. It's what I'm saying is right, man. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I know you know, Alan.
Dude, we're not that far away from being like the UK and getting thrown in jail for saying something mean to somebody on fucking Twitter or fucking Facebook. We're not that far away from it. People are already wanting to take it shut down.
Try to hide behind they're being behind a flag or some stupid shit. It's either because they're either too young to understand or because they're too ignorant to understand. If they're too ignorant to understand, I understand if they're young. I understand if they're too young. I understand that because I was there at one time too. But if you're gonna be too old and you still think of this nonsense bullshit shit and you still believe in it, man, then you got a problem. You got a real problem.
Yeah, it's like I said, we aren't China, but we aren't free at all. Because if we were free, there would be no such thing as a fucking property tax to take and own a fucking piece of land and a house on it. And if you didn't pay the fucking property tax, the
It's
motherfuckers
called
take
the
it away
ad
from you.
valorem tax.
That's not
It's called the
freedom.
ad valorem tax. It's been going on since the Roman time, and we're not going to get past it.
No, but that's still not freedom though.
It's not freedom. It's not at all. It's not.
It's an illusion.
It's all an illusion, Alan. It's all an illusion, man. It's all an illusion. We're not free at all, dude. We're not free at all, and we never will be.
I have to agree with you on that one. Basically, the only way we'd be able to be free is basically get rid of our form of government and let everybody and basically police themselves and police their own fucking communities. That's the only way that's gonna fucking happen.
What I was reading lately, I was reading a little article. They said, people from our persuasion, they can't vote themselves into legitimacy. Like, there's certain candidates who can say they believe in freedom, they believe in liberty, so we'll go for them, But how far are those single candidates?
Yeah, how far those freedoms that they believe in extend?
And then exactly, so that's a problem. So basically, this article was saying that the system is, essentially broken, and what can we do about it? We can't do anything about it. Is what it was said. Is that the system is done? We can, as we're here, in this system, vote for who we think are the most, freedom-centric people. But we know that it's never going to work. It's never going to work. It's never going to work out. It's never going to work out. So we're just waiting for the system to eventually totally collapse.
Yeah, implode on itself.
And then once it collapses, once this system implodes on itself because of, basically socialism and, they don't want to call it socialism, but American socialism implodes on itself with libertarianism on the side scope. We're just like sticking around over here. That's when we jump in. We jump in there, into the abyss when everything's already all fucked up, and we say this is what it really should be. This is what should happen, and we try to build it up from there.
Well, I completely agree. Man, that little fly won't go away. Yeah, I completely agree. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. I had a thought and it escaped my head for all of a sudden. Like, it's just the thing about it is we aren't. I say, we can say we aren't a socialist company or country, but we have so many social programs that are, progressive or socialist basically in nature that we can't technically say we're not.
That we'll never be a socialist country. He's not right, man. We already are a socialist country.
We've got socialist policy with a fucking capitalist economy.
And it's been going on since he was a little kid. So
it's
gonna take a long time for us to stop that. It's gonna take a long time. And
the thing about it is, it's only got. And it's funny because you said we started really losing our freedoms once Woodrow Wilson was president, and you're right about that. FDR expanded on it. He took and called himself a classic liberal, but really he was a fucking progressive, and he took and started a lot of these fucking social programs that are still sticking the fuck around, and that have taken and
Well,
all of our fucking money
what
goes
happens, Alan. Anytime there's a crisis, you always want to. They say you have to take advantage of that crisis, and then once the crisis is over, the normal way of things never goes back to the pre-crisis way it was, right? No. Right. So that happens to American society time and time again, whether they realize it or not. And most of the time, they don't realize it.
Well, see, that happened after World War I, after World War II.
Right.
Especially happened after 9/11, because after 9/11, everybody, all these Republicans, oh man, I wish, whenever Obama was, I wish Bush was still president. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? He took away half our fucking rights. We don't
We no longer have a fourth, fifth, or seventh
Well,
amendment rights
it
under
doesn't
fucking
matter. It
thanks to the
doesn't.
Patriot Act.
What Bush put into place in his time, it can get. I mean, that's what it is now, man. Because the Democrats, they agree with it as well. They're all part of the state,
Oh
man.
fuck yeah, dude! They all fucking rub each other's backs.
And that's why they all hate Trump. And that's why the thing is, Trump he might be this jerk off guy. He's sexist. He's racist. I don't even give a fuck if he is. At least he's different. He's different. He's a different guy.
Yeah, they don't like somebody that doesn't toe the complete party line.
They don't want him around, man. They don't like him.
No.
They want him out of there. They can't trust him.
They can't fully control him is the issue because they can give him one piece of advice and be like, you need to do this.
Maybe he is racist, bro. Maybe he is a little racist guy. You know, he's old. He plays golf and I don't fucking care if he's racist. You know, do I care? I don't care. So, you know, think about that, you know, America. Think about that. That Trump might, you know, seem like he's Mr. White guy with orange skin and he plays golf in Florida, man. You know what, dude? You need more on him than that. You need way more than that. Way more than that.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't. I'm not completely for him. I'm not against him. I really don't. Because it doesn't matter. Once he
I'm gonna say right now, the tariffs is bullshit, dude.
Oh yeah.
What he's doing with the tariffs, total nonsense. Total nonsense. Okay, I don't support that in one bit.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. I mean, that's one of the things whenever he was talking tariffs, I'm like, you know, you talking about being such a great negotiator. If you don't like the rates that we're paying on stuff that comes into, you know, that we're having to take and pay for shit takes and goes to different countries, fucking renegotiate the terms. Don't fucking impose tariffs because then it's going to take and trickle down to the fucking consumer. Not only that, it's going to take and trickle down to those fucking companies, especially like farmers and stuff like that who send half their fucking soybean crops over there to fucking China. I'm like, dude, even over to the fucking EU where we took and imposed fucking tariffs. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with this shit? Made no fucking. And he's like, oh, we're gonna have to take and, you know, they basically give the farmers a small fucking. They give them a fucking loan to keep them afloat. It's like, bro, that's not the fucking way to go about this shit. No, it really isn't. Want to take and tax the fucking auto stuff that comes over from China, bro? Half our fucking cars on the road are fucking Asian. What the fuck are you doing? I don't know. I think somebody should have taken him aside and be like, dude, look, really, don't do this at all.
You know what it is, man? They try and
he just didn't listen.
He's like, yo, get out. I mean, he's been surrounded by the power, though. You know, he knows who he's being surrounded by, and that's why he's invited these bad people into his cabinet. These guys that he's talking to are really bad guys, man. They're really bad guys. They want war, dude. They really want war with Iran.
Oh yeah, dude.
And they're trying so hard. They're not fucking around.
No,
John Bolton and John Pompeo are not.
They've both been trying to go to war with Iran since the fucking 70s.
Since 2002, or even before that, man. So they're gonna try and say, "Oh, Donald Trump is as stupid as George Bush was. He just as stupid, maybe even stupider, you know." And so they're not fucking around, dude. They want to go into Iran. They want to take American lives and throw them into Iran. That's what they really want. That's the main plan.
Well, it's just so they can feed the fucking. They can get more oil and they can feed the military-industrial complex.
Well, yeah, and more so the second thing you said, because everybody says, "Oh, it's the oil." You know, we went to Iraq in 2003 because of the oil. We got shit of oil, dude.
Yeah,
Shit of
no,
oil.
we're one of the
Shit of
one of the
oil.
world's largest oil
It's not.
suppliers
That's
now.
not the reason why we went to Iraq, and that's
No,
why it's a very fucked up thing that people think that, because it's not true.
no. We went over there to take and get more favorable allies, or so we'd say. But it really was taking pump up the military industrial
But
complex
but but
and
but
to taking a lot of
Alan,
Cheney.
Alan. People say we went there because of the oil, because of the oil, because of the oil, because of the oil. Oh, that's why, your son died for the oil, and it's not even true. It's
Mm-mm.
not. It's not because of the oil. It's
No,
not because of the oil.
no, it's not because of the oil at all.
The
No,
oil had almost nothing to do with it.
no, we're one of the world's largest producers of oil now. We take and export more oil than what we fucking import.
Oh, but Alan, it's because of the oil. Because of the oil, my dear friend. My son in Texas, Amarillo, Texas. He grew up a fine life, but then he hit 2003, and he said, "I'm graduating this year. Let me join the fine Marines, the fine Marines of the United States, right? The best country in the whole world, the whole world. After all, we were the saviors of World War II, and we saved the Jews. Everybody knows that. So 2 years later, I'm in Basra, Iraq, and my friend gets his head blown off, and I think this isn't right. This is not right. So I go and I take my whole crew, my unit, whatever you call it, and I go into one of the little units, right, the little things of the country, and I just say, go inside there and blow the whole shit out, because my own friend was killed, 2 years ago. And my own friend, he was killed. My good buddy, kill them all, blow them to fucking smithereens, right? And that's what they do, and they blow them to smithereens. And why do they do it? Because like I told you, this other guy was killed, unfortunately, right? In some stupid intermittently, stupid war. Didn't make any sense. And then you have these things in your head. You have these things in your head that you think that it's okay that you kill people. You think it's okay that you kill people who don't really deserve it, because your buddy got killed. Well, your buddy got killed because you were killing other people who didn't deserve it. Those people who you were killing originally did not deserve it. They didn't deserve to get killed. So they killed your buddy, and that just worked its way up to you. Think about it like that. Okay? Think about it like that.
Oh, we should have never been over there. As simple as that. And you know that the people seeing their buddies get killed and having that mindset of it's okay to kill. When they come back, they have those are the ones right there that need the most fucking help. That fucking our government don't fucking give them help. They're the ones that wind up with fucking PTSD, killing themselves.
Those are the ones who wind up in the street, man.
Yeah.
Asking for help, Those are the ones. You're exactly right, dude. You're totally exactly right. Those are the ones who really need help, and they don't fucking get it.
Cheers. Hope everything's good with you tonight.
I mean, you know what, man? I just really wanted to say this shit, man. This is something that is really very important to me, and I think is a very important thing, dude. I get very mad when I hear about all these things where people are supporting troops and supporting all this stuff, and they don't even know what they're talking about. They don't even know what the fuck they're supporting, And I think it's very, very frustrating. Because we're in the middle of some real shit, dude. In the middle of some real shit. And the regular people in the United States don't want to admit it.
No, how do I put this? We've been our boys have taken go over anywhere. They for the last 60 years, they've all been fucking pawns for motherfuckers that have no concern for their fucking lives
Okay, so you're
whatsoever.
saying since World War II,
No,
been
no,
pawns.
since
You've all
Korea.
been pawns.
Since Korea, they've all every one of them been fucking pawns.
Well, why
Just one fucking
since
politician.
Korea? What's the difference of World War II and Korea?
Well, World War II, we got attacked, so I can understand taking at least fighting the Japanese.
All right. So
We
what
wound
if,
up-
What,
we
if,
wound
what
up-
if you heard? What if you heard that FDR was planning for the United States?
All right, I've already heard that. Trust me, the whole thing of they made sure that the guy wasn't there taking and watching the radar technology. It's a new technology, but the guy that was supposed to be on post wasn't there, and FDR was notified 12 hours ahead of time that there was supposed to be an attack on Pearl Harbor. Oh, trust me, I've heard that fucking story. Oh, I know, and it makes sense because we still weren't out of the depression at that point in time. Once we got bombed at Pearl Harbor and we took and said, you know what, we're going to war with the Japanese and we're going to help our allies over there in Europe. That's when the military-industrial complex started for real.
Really got big, yeah.
And that right there took and
It wasn't shit before that. Before that, the military-industrial complex wasn't shit.
No,
it wasn't shit.
It wasn't even. It wasn't. The thing about it is, it didn't get that big during World War One, and we also didn't take and send near as many troops over there during World War One.
Right. But the things were starting in World War One. The thinking about it, and the controlling the mindset of the people, and things like that. It was in place. It started in place in World War One.
The thing I find funny is people are like, oh, FDR's
FDR is one of the worst presidents ever.
Oh yeah, he took and he started all the social programs. He did the Tennessee Valley Authority fucking act and stuff like that. And it's the fucking war. It's the war. If
anybody attacks you and says FDR this and FDR that, just refer them to me because fuck them, dude. Okay, and let's get. I want to talk about some serious shit right now. I want to talk about real things. Okay. Can we do that?
Yeah.
So let's talk about what's going on post World War One Germany right now.
Post World War One Germany. You mean once we took in place all the restrictions on Germany and their fucking economy and their ability to take and build a fucking
basically the rise of the Nazis.
Yeah, that happened. That didn't even take and really start until 15, 20 years after World War One started. The seeds were planted because of the restrictions that were placed. There's a lot of parallels between the rise of fucking Nazi Germany, at least as far as what was happening in the streets before Hitler took power, and what you're seeing now in places like fucking Portland and over in Berkeley and stuff like that with Antifa and everything, because Antifa has supposedly existed since then, taking and fighting Nazis and fucking communists. But the thing about it is, they were fucking communists that were fighting the fucking Nazis back in the day. But they're taking Antifa is taking the fucking stance of basically they remind you take and read history and read about Hitler's brown shirts. And this is basically what fucking Antifa. That's basically the tack they're taking. But after World War One, about 15 years afterwards, about the time Hitler had already taken and started growing in fucking prominence amongst the fucking the Nazi fucking party or the Nazi idealist at that fucking point in time, before he was taken and placed in prison for trying to take and mount an insurrection against the government there. Fucking, he took and wrote his whole Mein Kampf there in fucking prison, and once he come out and went into politics to take and basically change everything from within, but he took and did it through brute force on the fucking ground. And see, that's the other problem that we take and have as a fucking nation, and every other fucking nation has. After somebody takes and gets conquered in war, instead of taking and helping them fucking rebuild, they place them on all these fucking restrictions. Well, the fucking citizens don't take and deserve that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't take and deserve to take and be fucking held down by something that their fucking government did. They don't have no fucking say in that shit. I'm gonna go grab another beer. Well, like I lost my buddy. Well then, all right. But yeah, that's one of the things that we have some similarities, except it's kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum these days. Because Antifa basically has the tactics of brown shirts under fucking Hitler. They call themselves anti-fascists all they want, but when you take fascist fucking stances, oh shit, Flacco's going for 500. Anybody that's in the chat that is not subscribed to Flacco beer reviews, they can hit that link the Drunken One just dropped. And Drunken One, would y'all like to take and join the party now? They're basically taking the same. If you take the same stance as the fascists do, and while claiming to be anti-fascist, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. You can't take and be anti-fascist and taking adopt fascist fucking policies or fascist fucking ways of dealing with stuff because you don't agree with what somebody says. There's no place in the world for the Klan or white nationalists or anything of that fucking nature. There's no need for that kind of stuff. At the same point in time, under our fucking Constitution, they have the same right to take and hold their fucking point of view as anybody in the fucking country. They could, just like the fucking Black Panthers are taking and shouting death to whiteys and shit like that. They have that fucking right to take and say that. So it's all covered under the First Amendment, whether you agree with it or not. If you don't like what you got to fucking say, don't fucking listen to them. It's simple as that. Change the fucking channel, basically. Which I know if you're out in public, one of them, they're rallying, they're saying whatever their fucking ignorant shit. Shout whatever you want to at them, and then fucking keep going. There's no need to take and, go to violence on this type of shit. That right there is taking it's what separates a civilized society from non-civilized. Blake, would you like to join, buddy? Yeah, give me your email. I'll take and send you a link. Yeah, in other news, I see they're taking in. Oh, Lordy. You got flies that are flying around for some reason. I can't seem to get rid of these little pesky bastards. Yeah, damn. All right, Blake. Sent you the email there, buddy. And damn. can tell you, everybody now is in fucking uproar over this Mueller report bullshit. Just tired of hearing all of it, to be honest with you, as far as what's going on right now in politics. It's fucking each side eating each other, and it's trickled on down. There's no need for it. Just be kind to your fellow man, no matter what kind of fucking opinion he has on shit that's, disagreeable to you as far as politics wise, man. Like, if they're a complete fucking dick, they taking, believing, racist fucking ideology on either side of the aisle, fucking cut ties with them. But, they're a complete fucking dick. They're taking, believing, racist fucking ideology on either side of the aisle, fucking cut ties with them. But what is that like? They're a complete fucking dick. They're taking, believing, racist fucking ideology on either side of the aisle, fucking cut ties with them. What is that like? What a complete fucking dick. They're taking, believing, I can hear myself.
Big dogs, what's going on, guys?
I can hear myself. Not a whole lot. Just talking politics for a little bit. Got a little bit deeper than what I had planned.
Big dogs, what's going on, guys?
I can hear myself. Not a whole lot. Just you guys can call me back on your side, buddy. Got a little bit deeper than what I had planned.
I'm getting hellacious feedback. I can't hear nothing.
You guys can call me back on your side, buddy. Got a little bit deeper than what I had planned.
I'm getting hellacious feedback.
You guys can call me back on your side, buddy. Got a little bit deeper than what I had planned.
Hey, brother, when I can hear you, I'll talk to you. Sounds like a damn sonar.
What is going on? Damn, there's a little bit of feedback going through there. Hopefully it'll come back on here. It should be resolved. Damn. Tell you what, I'm still waiting to take and see that new Spider-Man movie that's been out in the theaters. I'll probably have to wait until that's on a Xbox or something like that in the Xbox store.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Man, I'm gonna kill my little niece, dude. She came up in here earlier, was watching some SpongeBob shit. She turned that volume on. I didn't know nothing about it. I've been working all day. My bad.
Good, buddy. You're good.
How y'all doing, guys?
Hell, it's just me and you now.
Oh, it's just me and you. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I went and shared the link. Somebody else fucking live right now that I don't fucking know about? No?
I guess
I shared the shit to everybody else in the thing, but I guess ain't nobody want to fucking come over here and hang out.
what about Drunken One? He on?
Well, I took and shared it in all the fucking Google Hangouts that they normally do.
Oh, okay. Brother, how you been doing, man?
Man, I can't complain. I'm trying to take and get a business doing sublimation and vinyl T-shirts and stuff like that. Trying to get that off the fucking ground and up and running. Been doing a lot of design work and stuff like that for last.
Tell you what, brother. Tell you what, man. You'd be damn good at it, I think. You can make a bunch of Arkansas stuff, and I'll try to sell it for you. I promise.
We'll do Arkansas stuff if it's special ordered.
I mean, the first thing you could write on there is Hillary sucks, but not like Monica. I mean, can you imagine the flag? Can you imagine the flack you'd catch on that? Just kick the damn PC wall down. That's what y'all been doing, Mike. That's what y'all been doing. I was getting off on it.
That's the reason why I made this. My beer goggles are only half full, but you still aren't half cute yet.
You made that?
Yeah.
Dude, that's nice, brother. That's
got
nice,
a lot
man.
of links. And what it is we took and converted our printer to do sublimation printing, so we can take and print on T-shirts and stuff like that. Well, we got these blanks in for these koozies. I've got another one, and once we get that design up on here too, and I'll show you that. Oh shit!
All right, please do, man. Shit. Dude,
That's
I'm gonna
another
tell
one.
you something. I've been really trying to get my channel up and running. I got my first video done today. And man, I'm gonna tell you something. It took damn near 4 hours to edit that thing.
Yeah,
I thought
editing is the first part of taking to doing any kind of videos, man.
Dude, I really thought, Bo, that actually doing the show was the hardest part. No, I was wrong. It's the other stuff.
Now, I've started going live a lot more often. Just taking 15, 20 fucking minutes, taking just going live and shoot the shit for a little bit.
Hey, man, it's
And
a
the thing
good
about
reward.
it is, I've been doing this for over years. So I mean, I've got my editing now. It used to when I first started, is like you, 3-4 hours trying to figure out where to take and cut what in the right spot and what to put in where.
Right.
Now it's I'll take about 5 or 6 seconds somewhere from the video that makes sense. Put it in the front as a fucking teaser. Put my intro. And I put the rest of the fucking video. And if anything needs to be edited out, I'll take and have it edited out in 15, 20 fucking minutes tops most of the time now. It's just, but it's such
Hey,
a pain in the
homie,
ass to do it.
homie, I'm so new at this shit. It took me about 30 minutes trying to figure out how to fade out. You know, I really thought I was doing something cool, but I don't know. It's gonna be cool.
But once you take and get doing it a little bit more, you'll trust me. You'll wind up like, oh, okay, that's how this works.
One of these days, brother, you're gonna teach me how you do them game stream things. I found my old regular Nintendo day, man, the original. I even have a stick in there that's never been opened, still in the plastic.
Oh shit! Damn.
I'm telling you, dude, I think I hit the jackpot.
And here
There's an Atari in here, but I ain't got the actual plug-in.
I'll show you. This is the other koozie design I've got going on right here.
Dude, that's
Basically,
nice.
I pee a lot when I IPA, like I pee a lot when I drink. So,
I like that, man. I like that, bro.
We've got stuff that we've done. Like we got a special order. Had a special order come in from one of our longtime friends, and
I'll make you a deal, brother. If you send one to Arkansas, but I don't want it that color. I want it like black with white, like that. If you do that for me, shoot, I'll send you some money. Hell, you never know. I'll send you some. That's cool.
Yeah, this right here. I've got to take and move the lettering closer to Woody, but it's for a friend of ours, Youngin, for school.
So you're going to put the A about an inch away from his hat, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
okay.
like it's too far over right now. I'm have to take it a little bit more. I've got this for like first day, and I've got to take and push the first a little bit closer to this top right here, but and the K5 a little bit closer to the roof of the school right there. And that's early workup for it. We'll take and have these ready by Saturday. So
did you actually design these?
Well, what I'm doing is I've got a program that I use to I'll take and go find some clip art stuff like that. And if I like the way the clip art looks, I'll take and go ahead and say if it's free clip art, I'll go ahead and either download it or save the image. And I'll take and go in my this free software called GIMP. That's what I take and do on my that's what I do on my thumbnails in. And I'll take and go in there and I'll start a new document. I'll take and open up 2 or 3 new layers on it too, or two or three new pages on it. So I can go through and I've got to take and go, got to use path tool, take and basically cut out what I want, take and paste it on the first one.
Okay. Here's my next question. Can you explain that in English? Because I don't know nothing about. You was speaking to Dutch. So
yeah, I'll actually show you real quick what I have to do. It's a laborious process. Like before I was like, why do people want to charge that much for these fucking shirts or this, that, and the other? I see it now because it's a lot of work. Even if you don't take and come up with the original design, if you take, if you've got to take and find 2 or 3 different things that you want to take and use as a baseline, and then take and put your own spin on shit, just to get that one thing or 2 things into that design, and then take and work everything else around it the way you want it, and to get it to where it looks right. Oh my God, that takes fucking forever, dude. Like seriously.
Oh shit, man! If it takes you forever, shit, take me 3 lives. Hell, man, there ain't no way. I'll tell you what. When you figure it out, you just send me how to do it, and I'll try it one day. I'm so colorblind though, man. Shoot, I don't see how you put all that stuff together like that. I mean, that's pretty cool, bro.
Well, see, I'll like take this and which let me screen share again.
Sure, man. Go ahead. Alan, you ain't gonna believe this, brother. This is the most fun I've had all day.
Oh, really?
No shit.
Damn.
It's been a day. It's been a day,
Bad
man.
day then, hadn't you?
No, not a bad day. Just it could have paid more money. Let's just say
Oh,
that.
I got you. But yeah, I've got this. This is GIMP that I'm in right here, and I'm using what's called the paths tool. And basically, you take and set an anchor, and then I'll have to scroll in, and I'll have to go through and set anchors to make sure it captures what I want to capture. Once I go all the way around, I'll take a right click, hit edit, and then copy it. I'll come back over here. I click edit and then paste. And if it's too big, I have to take and
You took too much out.
let's see.
Oh, okay.
So I have to. Keep that in the middle and scale this down some more.
This looks complicated, brother.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass. I'm telling you right now. But I'll be honest with you. You know, once I get a better hang of everything, I actually have fun with it. To be honest with you, because you come across stuff that's like, oh, dude, that looks so cool. You know, I'd like to do that in some way, and then you find you put your own spin on shit.
Oh, of course.
I mean, let me bring it back over here a little bit. I'll take this over here and I'll squinch it down and I'll bring it back. I'll squinch it down and get it centered.
That's what you ought to do right there. You ought to make it like candy apple green and put some spinners on it.
And see, sometimes it'll do that. They can anchor it down and it don't anchor the way you want it to. You have to try the process all over again. So, yeah, that's kind of what that's like. It can be a pain in the butt. And it can take freaking a long time.
It sounds complicated, brother.
I told my wife I think this is going to wind up being one of our best sellers. Let's see. Pictures. Damn you. To my wife, once we put this on the shirt, I think it's going to be a bestseller. Instead of Mama, I just killed a man. Mama, I just killed a ham.
Dude, I like that, bro. I like that. That's cool. I still like the IPA one a little bit better because I actually drink. I ain't got
Drunken One. If you want to come on, I took and put the link in the hangout.
Drunken One. Come in here, man. Oh, by the way, Flacco, I subscribe to your channel, brother. I don't know. I always thought I had you on there. You're at 498 now. Well, I was hearing you talk about all them politics earlier, man. The only thing y'all really didn't get off into is like World Trade Center 7.
Well,
Hey, that was some good conversation y'all had going on. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna sit back, just listen. I'll chill.
Drunken One, I think it's just me, you, and Blake right now. Blake subscribed, I'm subscribed, and you're subscribed, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, Drunken One. Hey, but Drunken One, by the way how you edited that birthday video with Alex dancing, that was dope, brother. I like that. I did. I like that. That was cool. Hey, by the way, Drunken One, you got to get in here, man. I got to know what it was like for the dog to chase you down the track. I don't think the dog really chased him down the track, but
I don't know. That's some good video footage you got, though.
oh, it was damn good.
What you drinking on?
Vodka and water.
Vodka and water?
Yes, sir. Best drink in the whole world for you, brother. Low calories. You drink water. It keeps you hydrated, which makes you not want to eat because vodka makes you lose your buzz quick. So you hang on to your vodka buzz. You don't eat, you lose weight. Makes the whole world go round.
Damn right.
What happened to the other dude, man?
Who, Ronnie? I don't know. I don't know.
God is fucking one.
I told Ronnie I was going to go grab a beer, and he dropped off. And, all right, well, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was couple skating. I'm sorry. I was couple skating.
Yeah, I don't know. Ronnie just kind of dropped out all of a sudden. So.
Oh yeah. Ronnie might have a buzz on tonight. He
Oh
might.
no! I tell you right now from talking to Ronnie, he's got a buzz going.
Yeah, no, right. He's on squid.
He's got a damn good buzz going too.
I thought I was doing something and I heard Ronnie, and I was like, nah, I'm good. So,
Ronnie's a very intelligent man. He really is.
oh yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard Ronnie talk. That's why I just sat back.
I think Ronnie took, and when I said, I'm going to take and talk politics for the first 15, 20 minutes of this, stream or whatever. I think Ronnie kind of figured out that's probably the best time to take and jump on and talk about that kind of stuff. And I think he's been looking for a stream like that for a while, which I have too, kind of. I mean, because it's you can get so deep in that shit sometimes you can get fucking lost in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh hell yeah, man! I don't give a what nobody says. Stress, sugar, and other shit like that will kill you quicker than anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
I don't know. I don't know much about politics. That's somebody else's business. Hopefully, the smarter ones. Not that I'm dumb. I'm just saying. Hopefully, our upper echelon of folks will figure this shit out and make it right. But it's all about money, and it's all about whatever they want to make happen is made happen. I don't know. I don't want to get into it necessarily, but we have no control about it. We're supposed to be able to vote, and we have an opinion. It don't happen. They skew things the way that they want it to happen, so we have no choice in this. Whatever.
All we have is one big illusion. That's all we got.
Exactly. Now, you want to talk about food? We can get into that shit right there.
About food, you want to talk about it?
And
You want to talk about the aliens taking and giving the Egyptians the knowledge that they needed to take the pyramids, or the Freemasons taking and being descended from the Illuminati, or
let me put on my tinfoil hat, boys. We'll get started. I don't know shit about politics, though.
I think I got that.
Hey, I'm still trying to figure out one thing in my life. I'm damn near 35. Okay, I've always wanted to ask somebody this. You ever been to a 7-Eleven?
Yeah.
Okay. 7-Eleven is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, 52 weeks every year. Why do they have locks on the door?
Right?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I've always wanted to know that. Why do they have locks on the door?
Do they? I mean, they really never ever shut down. I think it has. It's, okay,
No.
if I had to guess at it, they have to have that for insurance purposes.
They
That
probably do in the case of a robbery or something like that to take and protect.
Right.
them.
Right. If I had to guess at it, it's something to do with insurance.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What would they do? Would they ask the guy with the gun, "Please, sir, step outside while we lock the doors"?
No, afterwards. I'm talking about like after.
Oh,
after.
no, dude,
Oh, after it happened. Okay, I'm with you.
down here. Hey, down here, they can lock you. It doesn't have to be like a big store or whatever. Some of these smaller stores, they'll lock you in. You come in there with a gun or whatever. The motherfuckers, they hit the button and it holds the electric door lock or whatever. It locks you in. There's some like you go to I swear to God, you go to some of these redneck places, and from the sales counter, there's a long bar, and they can move it up and flip it and turn it down, and it locks the doors. That's totally redneck. But there's people down here like that. They'll lock you in the store to where you will be prosecuted.
Oh damn!
I'm with you, brother, but here's my question to you, brother. Why in the fuck would you lock the door with a guy with a gun?
Because they have guns also.
Because by that time the alarm has been tripped somewhere. More than likely, because a lot of them have that panic button that they can fucking hit. It trips that fucking alarm. And if you're locked in, what the fuck are you gonna take and do? You're gonna kill the person. Then you can take robbery and murder.
I swear to God, there's a gas station down here. It's off of 1314, little farm to market road or whatever. On the back door is painted red. It's got a big skull and crossbones across that, and says the last guy that entered this door didn't leave alive. That son of a bitch shot him. I'm talking about they don't play around here. They paint the fucking back doors red, and I swear to God, I'll get some pictures. I don't know exactly when I'll be by there next. I will get a picture of that and
That's
share.
right. There's a liquor store. There's a liquor store about 15 minutes up the road from me. Where three boys tried taking and robbing the liquor store, and the fucking shop owner took and killed the motherfucker.
Yeah, they're all packing. They're packing. He got into a liquor store.
They shot the other one. They wound up fucking crashing the car, and the cops took them on catching the other two. And the fucking vehicle. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, depending on where you're at, they don't fucking play with that dumb shit.
I live exciting lives, man. I live in a small town. About 2 weeks ago, here in this small town I live in, this dumbass went up to the pawn shop and said he's going to rob it, and got all the money, got all the shit. And they told him, well, the only way we can open up the register and the safe shit is if you show us your ID. And this dumb fucker left it there.
Oh, nice.
Just,
Right.
hey, man. Hey, listen, we may not all agree on politics and music and all that other stuff, but at least we don't do dumb stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
Excuse me. Yeah. I've seen some pretty dumb shit myself.
Well, see,
I live in a place called Cut and Shoot, Texas. It's Cut and Shoot, Texas. You know, cut and
The smartest thing I ever heard in my life is that it's the truth. You cannot fix stupid. You can fix everything else. If it's stupid, it's always going to be stupid.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, there's no fix for that shit. That's for damn sure.
I mean, I'm not trying to start shit or nothing. I'm just being honest with you.
Yeah,
I mean, okay, look, it's kind of like if you get up every day and you want to go to work, or if whatever you want to do. Let's say you want to start a band. That's what I want to do. We've done it. It's cool. It's all about what you want to do, because honestly, deep down inside, guys, this is it. You can make all the money in the world. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. They really don't. The only thing anybody cares about is how you made them feel, because you're only going to live one time. This is it. On this earth, this is it. And you better enjoy as much as you can of it.
Damn right.
I'm gonna miss this place one day. I know I don't give a damn about Democrats and Republicans and all that shit no more. It really don't bug me. All I know is this. Trump catches a lot of shit for a lot of that, and he needs to shut his damn mouth sometimes. But the one thing that guy has is charisma, and he can he owns that room. I respect that. I respect that. I respect anybody who takes a chance. I mean, he had no chance, and he did it. He's a prime example.
He's a
If
very
you want to do something in your life, go do it, man. Life's too short.
He's a very crude businessman, and what he says goes, and he has no he doesn't let it off until he thinks it's right. You know, I'm not sure if I like that so much or not. Not every president. Let's not please get into this. We haven't had many presidents.
No, we're not getting into it. I'm just saying what I said.
That have had all the social media access that our new president has, and so for him to tweet or whatever, I don't even understand that, have that shit, but for him to tweet something out at 2 o'clock in the morning, and he's probably had a couple of cocktails, he's feeling a little bossy, and then you want to he's quite arrogant. I'm not sure if I'm liking that or not. Hopefully he doesn't get us all in another crazy world war of some sort. But
he's the only president we've not been at war with.
Sorry, I can't. As for the crazy criminals thing, there's a guy called Real Panther. I don't know if you're subscribed to his channel. Either way, Real Panther. It's kind of interesting. He puts out one video a week. I'm not trying to promote him. He's not my buddy or whatever necessarily. He's a good guy. Nevertheless, so he came up with this stupid criminal thing that said this guy robbed a bank, and he had put some stuff on his face that he thought made him indivisible. And so I guess he had taken a picture of himself in his camera on a cell phone, and it seemed to make him indivisible. So he went in thinking that he was indivisible by robbing this place. Y'all check out. It's called Bits of Real Panther. Bits of Real Panther. If you get back. Bits of Real Panther. He's got great edit skills. He does like one video a week or two, or whatever. Go check him out. Tell him I sent you his way. Whatever. I don't get anything out of it. I just whatever. It's always good to share. You know, I'll share funny things, stupid things, whatever. But yeah, so this guy thought that he was indivisible because he put some shit on his face to rob this bank. It's you'll like a portion of his videos when you get into it. He's always got like the hottie. he has like a cocktail that he makes every week on his show. He drinks a cocktail. He's got the hot girls. It's very well produced. It's very well produced. It's a lot of fun. Bits of Real Panther. Yeah, it's really. And if anybody, I don't know who's left because I don't even see the chat anymore. I'll try to find that. If y'all hadn't subbed to Flacco, go for sub to Flacco. He's within like 2 of 500. Go sub to freaking Flacco already.
Yeah, he definitely deserves it. He's a good fella. He's
a great guy.
He's intelligent. He does home brewing. He takes and does these live streams as well. And he's an overall good dude, man.
How am I at here? Oh, I'm pushing buttons. Oops. Easy. Actually,
Hey, sorry, y'all. My internet dropped out. I'm sorry.
yeah.
You're good. You're in Arkansas. Y'all still figuring out the electricity bullshit. So
anyway, I don't know who's left in here or whatever, but
I think
You
it-
be proud,
I think
you be
it's-
proud of us, man. We got this new stuff down here called mustard.
mustard.
Yes, we got this new stuff down here called mustard, man. It's
life
it's
changing.
sweet-
Put that on-
it's-
put that on French fries.
it's sweeping the county.
it's all yellow and stuff. I
Got a
heard
bit of a bite to it, don't it?
Yellow. It's yellow.
oh, right. Yeah, I'm not a mustard guy. If I do a mustard, it's got to be that Dijon mustard. It's got to be that brownish mustard.
I don't mind it. I like having mustard on my French fries instead of using ketchup.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a mustard guy. No pickles, no
It's
mustard.
only us three. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Anybody that took and come in here, if anybody watches replay of this, appreciate you watching. Appreciate everybody that stopped through and chatted a little bit. The panel for joining.
Join this man's channel. Join this man's channel. Join Drunken One's channel.
Exactly. Look up Blake TV and Drunken One Take and give them sub. They're both awesome fellows.
Yeah, I'm just trying to have a good time. It's all in fun, guys.
Until next time, everybody.
Thank you, Alan. I've had a great time.
Oh, dude.
Take this thing off air and we can bring on the midget strippers.
Take it off, man.
Midget
Until next time, everybody, remember, drink beer, play games, have fun, treat your fellow man right.
Cheers.
Time with